And it's Ken Kraetzer for CBSI Services talking business today at the PACE Professional Association for Customer Engagement Seminar in New Jersey. Have a chance to talk with John Stanovcak of CSG, who ran a panel talking with companies that run very large, in some cases international contact center networks, and really a lot about working with the representatives as the frontline representatives of those companies. John, good to see you. What's today been like for you?
Hey, thanks, Ken. Today was great. We got a lot of different perspectives from different types of companies and different levels of organizations to really try to create a 360 degree of the customer experience environment in today's space.
Very good. Well, one of the things I liked, you had a comment, was that we celebrate what we are is what we celebrate, and what we tolerate determines our culture. And reflective in the contact center staff being frontline people who talk to customers every day. Where'd you find that point of view?
So that's more of an internal belief that CSG has within our culture. A lot of what we look at is every person within our organization is a leader, and we have to hold ourselves accountable for both good and bad.
Very good. And really offering a lot of perspective on your panel was Lisa Oswald, Senior Vice President of Travel Zoo. She came out of Priceline, and she talked about you cannot train someone to love your brand, and they've got to adopt that. And you want representatives to be trusted friends to all customers. How do you develop that sense that the representative is truly an ambassador of that brand working with customers?
Yeah, it's a great question, and if you remember, it was different answers based on different cultures. So it was a different approach that they really had to show that they not only cared on what the results were, but really cared about the people and really helped develop them, so they firsthand could see the experiences that they were providing to their customers. So they first looked at their employees like customers in order to better treat their actual customers.
Absolutely. And another thing that Lisa said that resonated was that she doesn't score the agents individually, but she looks at how they solve customer problems. I thought that was a terrific point for a customer service rep.
Yeah, I love that. I was probably nodding my head while she was just talking, and it's not something that I've heard before. A lot of agents are always measured individually on X amount of calls, both positive calls and negative calls. And I looked at it more as almost a disruptive strategy, like how Uber does that, to where it's literally just coming straight from the people that are riding in their cars. And they were doing the same exact thing, where they were getting it directly from the customer's feedback, and that's how they were assessing the individual's performance.
Absolutely. And we had a gentleman from iPacesetters, Frank, who talked a lot about how you train representatives. You need to support them, but you need them to delight customers, and then also the importance of engaging community. I thought he had some good perspective on running a call center company.
Absolutely. I think he went and took it just a step farther. I mean, I think one of his quotes was, there's a lot of BPOs to choose from out there. And one of the things that I felt that was really unique about their culture and what they were looking to create is they have a nonprofit that falls in line with being able to support a lot of their agents from a financial perspective, from a guidance perspective. I truly think that behavior modification starts with showing people that you care. And if you care, then they try harder. And so I think that makes it much more trainable in his environment.
Absolutely. And he also mentioned about using data in a real-time manner to make adjustments in call routing. And he said he wants to be smarter now than we were an hour ago using data and applying it to artificial intelligence routines. How important is that to be able to react to data on an hour-by-hour basis?
Well, I think percentages are different based on volumes, of course, but I think where he was going with it is we can learn from all the yeses, we can also learn from all the nos. How can we do something this morning that will look differently in the afternoon without having to pull everybody off and be able to do it? Let's use the intelligence and the data that we have so it makes our performance more effective. Our agents are able to hit bonus more effectively. It increases the overall culture and performance of their efforts.
Very good. And you had a speaker from Comcast, Herculino, talked a little bit about the wanting to have the frontline customers using the customer product, being familiar with the different experiences that Comcast is providing in video. Again, it sort of backs up the representative needs to be more than trained, but must really enjoy the product or service that they are working with customers on every day.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think not just at Comcast, but overall in the industry, the expectations have just went up. People are less patient. They want what they want in the channel that they want it in. And as we heard, from his mouth directly was all the way from their CEO up, we're a customer service company. We're a customer experience company before there are any products or solutions out there. So I think that's something that is now getting the really attention that it deserves to be out front there and is a differentiator on what solution providers people are selecting now.
Okay, and John, just let you get the last word about what's happening this year, this fall at CSG, going into next year.
So a lot. A lot of good things are going on right now. One of the things within my region of CSG and the customer experience suite is we've really been working on making voice cool again. As everybody's been driving digital adoption through conversational AI, we've really been working with organizations to reduce cost and increase NPS. Can't wait to see what happens in 2020. It's going to be a lot of fun.
John Stanovcak from CSG, always a pleasure to see you here at the PACE Professional Association for Customer Engagement events. You ran a very informative seminar this morning.
Thanks, Ken.
Good to see you. This is Ken Kraetzer for CBSI Services Talking Business in New Jersey.